Hi, I'm Brad. Thanks for returning and watching the next video. I can't remember which one this is. It's probably around 10, I believe, on the development of this new sport fishing boat that we are creating. So this video is now doing the interior layout. So this is our finished floor here. I am now standing in the fish well, so the actual well will be a separate piece, but around here is the drain channel. Any water gets in, it'll all channel back and it goes across here, and the two outlets are in the corners here, and it'll drain out through the transom. So the next step is they're just going to carry the floor through. They have cabinets that are already just about finished. That will be all one part included with the floor. Forward of here is where the fuel tank goes. So that's already been framed up. And the liner will run up the sides. And it will join the deck starting about here, and it joins the deck at the back, but we'll show you that later. This is our plug for the fish well. In here is it's a depression, so we're going to put the drain right here, but it's all made of the MDF wood and sprayed with the sanding gel, wet sanded and polished, so I think it's been waxed as well. So we just have to put the flange on, and they're going to lay up the mold for it. Here's the plug for the cabinet. This is the port side. Again, it's made out of MDF, mostly 5/8 thickness. This is a footrest here. This is where the seat pedestal will be mounted. This is where the fridge will go, and above it is the sink. You're actually looking at the top part, so it's on its side. They're finishing the sanding, and then they'll polish it, and then there'll be a cushion seat on top of that. And here's the footrest over here, footrest, and also the step to get onto the deck. All right, we're just about ready to put the deck on top of the hull here, but we just put the cabinets in just to see how they look, how they sit, and this is pretty close to where they will be. So there you go, starboard port, just as you saw before. Yeah, it fits. Now they're just gonna put screws in to keep hold in position. We're standing deep in the bilge here in the boat, and you can see the interior is taking shape. So we got our cabinets, which you've seen before, but now they're all fixed, secured permanently, and we've put the sides on. So this will be all a one-piece liner, so including the floor, the cabinets, and the bulkheads down the front here. So it'll end right at the edge of the tape here. So that will be the joint between the deck and the floor liner, and as well on the sides the joint will be right here, comes down, and then it goes out to the edge of the hull down the back, down the bottom, and up. So this is where the fuel tank will go, and behind it will be the fish well. And then we've got steps here. There's 2 steps down into the berth. And we'll go over details of the cabinetry later. But right now they're doing the radiuses at the joint between the cabinet and the floor and all these panels and the cabinet. The cabinet was done before, so the radiuses are done, and now we're just doing the joints. So they're at a point now where they need to take the deck off to finish the interior plug. Here's what the plug looks like with the deck off. They're just, all that noise, they're just dropping the deck down to the floor. So they're getting ready to spray the joints, well, the radius in here, all around. They've done some filling and sanding. Next they'll spray it. And we also need to put some flanges in behind, similar to what we see here, but we'll need flanges all around this back part. This is open here, but here flange, and then as well we need a flange where this meets the deck, so it will flange in behind, and that's how we fasten the deck to the floor liner. So they're just about finished the plug. They have gelled and polished the whole sides, everything that's shiny, and now they've taped off for the non-skid. So the main floor here, and footrests here and here, and then 2 footrests up front. And you may not be able to see that well, but a lot of time was spent to get a nice curve around the corners and to make it really pretty. So they're just about ready to spray the non-skid. The reason, normally we use black gel, but the reason we're using white is the boat is going into a boat show incomplete, so the white will make it look complete, like a fiberglass part. So we just have to be very careful not to damage it, because we'll have to pull a mold off of it after the boat comes back from the show. Now back in the deck area, we've got the windshield on. That's done. Hardtop is now on. We've made the panels for up here. This is our access to bolt the hardtop down to the windshield, run wires through. We've got our light on here. We've got special clips, so there'll be hidden fasteners, so you won't see any. And then we'll just upholster this, and it just snaps on right there. Also, you can see we've working on the dash. The helm's in, switch panel, trim tab switch, and the compass. In the back here, we've got the flush mounted cleat on either side. The bow rails on, all the cleats, and they're working on the hatch up front. the bow rollers on. This is your access into where the batteries will be stored. And there's your ladder, that's all done. Okay, right behind me, they are gonna hit me, but they're putting the deck onto the hull for the show, the boat show. We're down to our last few hours of work time to get this boat done before the boat show. It's Friday afternoon, and as you can see, it's looking pretty finished. So there's just a few little details to finish up on, and we're off to the boat show. Here we are at the Vancouver Boat Show. We got the boat in, it's all set up. The show is starting now, and it's covered up. We're going to unveil it in about 15 minutes. So no one's seen it yet. We're pretty excited. Let's wait and see. So a little background on this boat. It was about 5 years ago now, and I told my dad, we need to design a new boat. It needs to be outboard powered. It has to be low maintenance, trailerable, and have that same Monaro performance. So it was probably that night or a few days after he started drawing. This is what he came up with. There's a sketch. That's the original sketch of the boat from 5 years ago. And I took it from there on the computer. And so 5 years later, I kind of got it done. The funny thing is, when we started this, I had no kids. Now I got 2 kids, a 4-year-old and a 6-month-old. They're anxious for this project to be done. Anything else we need to say?
Well, no, this is not totally finished, this boat. It looks like it from the outside. If you go in, it's not.
So your customers are used to the boats not being all finished.
It was a scramble to get it to this point. It looks done from the outside, but the interior is actually a plug. You still have to take the mold off and make the part. The exterior is all fiberglass. The hard top is complete. So as soon as the show's over, we basically have to take the whole boat apart to finish it. But it is for sale, and we've got show specials. And the trailer is also for sale. Highliner put that together for us. Because the option was, they were going to pick the boat up with a forklift, 2 forklifts. We didn't like that idea, so we got the trailer option.
And Yamaha has supplied the motor for the show.
Yeah, they put it on yesterday, and they're going to take it off on Monday.
So, hey Brad, so if you sell one during the show, what would be the rough ETA for delivery?
About March.
March? Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. So this is the first time in probably 20-25 years that we actually have a boat for sale in the show, a new boat. They're always, we built to order, so they're already pre-sold. But this one is available.
Just one last word. The last time we showed a new model, it was our first 27. Bill Falk was there, and Peter.
Here.
There he is.
Okay. That was it. So,
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Use drum roll. Yep.
Hey!
All right.